Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's it going? Welcome to today's tarot card reading and drawing. Um, how's it going? Happy Father's Day. I don't know if you know, but this is my Father's Day shirt. Good vibes. Little smiley faces. And colorful, obviously. Yo. So yeah, happy Father's Day. I got my Father's Day shirt. I got a new necklace, Hobby Lobby. It's a locust. And I got the new cross necklace that I have. All for under $8, both of them at Hobby Lobby. I would recommend Michael's, but I think Hobby Lobby has better jewelry pieces. I'm not a jewelry maker. Both stores have like beads and stuff, and if you're like have the tools to make your own jewelry, I couldn't give my recommendation on that. But as far as like the main piece of the jewelry, I would say Hobby Lobby is the way to go. Sometimes they don't have sales, but when they have sales, they're really good. But anyway, I have to take this necklace off when I'm running just because like the pendant, which I don't mind because it'll keep this necklace a bit more silver for longer. But anyway, that's my new necklaces. I like the more than one necklace look. So I wanted to share that with you all. Kind of an iridescent locust cicada. Anyway, I got my coffee. We're doing the Crow Tarot again today. I'm kind of like, I got all this colorful stuff. Even my nails are like kind of like, you can really tell, but they're kind of like colorful too. And the dog tarot would just match. But Crow Tarot again this week. And I'm thinking maybe even do the Crow Tarot spread. I just thought that right now. I think that would be a good thing to do today. We just got his peanut butter, and he's got like not a rawhide, but something like a rawhide, like jewel treat. So Tarot Card Puppy Bench is doing good. He's just messing around on the bed right now. If you hear him in the background. So anyway, unfortunately, Gypsy's not having that great of a morning as Banjo is. Right now, Gypsy's in her crate. My mom and Tracy are eating breakfast at Jim's. As an alternative to not being able to go to the botanical gardens. I did not want to go. I said, botanical gardens are nothing. Anyway, my little pig here. Speaking of Hobby Lobby, I think I got this pig at Hobby Lobby, made out of recycled. Here's the brand. Made out of like recycled plastic bottles or something like that. But such a good accessory, right? So I think they're at Hobby Lobby, but I first saw this pig at the Briscoe Museum in the gift shop. So, such a cute little pig. So that we have that as an accessory to help today's tarot card reading. That's pretty much the same setup here. Still got my Island Vibes candle going. And yeah, I wanted to show you all the here's the painting I've been working on. I'm almost done. I just gotta put you might be tell there's a lot of glitter, but I'm just gonna put more glitter over here and stuff like that. And also I gotta do the back, but this will probably be my next completed painting. We'll see. Anyway, Yeah, I guess that's it. A 5 minute intro. Not much new going on. Oh, I did want to say, as far as tarot card readings go, um, it being Father's Day, I don't know. Everybody's so different, and which is great. Um, I don't know if you celebrate or not. Maybe sometimes people say that, and you don't like to hear it for whatever reason. So I was thinking that maybe we can the theme for this week's tarot card reading, even though I don't see why it's Father's Day. It could apply to this week, not last week, but this week. Thinking that it'd be a solar, right? Kind of this masculine, outward personality, um, solar. Your zodiac sign is, when you go into astrology, your zodiac sign is your sun sign. And then you have a moon sign. I don't know if you knew this. cafeastrology.com. Anyway, and I'm a little upset right now because I should have thought about this on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day, I could have done a lunar reading, but I didn't think about it until now. Sorry. But today maybe we can do kind of a solar kind of vibes going on, masculine and stuff like that. I think I don't want to shy away from those words, feminine and masculine. I think different cultures don't shy away from those words either. Like in Spanish, it's like in the language, masculine and feminine and stuff like that. So I'm going to try not to shy away from those words for the sake of being politically correct. Obviously, I try to maintain a level of sensitivity in these tarot card readings, especially. But with that said, I don't really want to shy away from the usage of masculine and feminine and stuff like that. Okay, questions? Right here? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Whenever first start a book at some point in time, I'll keep it handy there. All right, so Father's Day, or also Solar Vibes Day. Solar energy. Everything means something now. Not the solar energy, but the solar energy. Yeah. So, how you been? Okay. Oh, speaking of masculine and feminine and stuff like that, I got. You see, this is a lot of pink, right? The pink and reds and stuff like that. Interesting with color, right? A solar energy. I got my solar energy, but I got my pink makeup on today. So as far as like outward personality and stuff like that, I think is interesting to express that. And yeah, I guess that's just what I wanted to say. All right. I'm not too sure how we're going to fit the Crow Tarot spread here, but we've done it before, so I guess we'll manage. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. 1 second. Okay, took my sip of coffee. Ready to go. Gonna in the wind or no? No. All right. Okay, so we got solar vibes today. We got the Crow Tarot spread today. um, kind of a chill morning, right? Um, yeah, I guess it's it. Unless there's anything you want to add. No? Okay. So heart energy. The world reversed. At first glance, a major arcana deck card, I think the earth is probably the earth element. Let me double check really quick. Yep. Well, this is very positive, the description. The world reversed is indicates a end of a project, finalizing a project. When you say it like that, or when I say it like that, it sounds rather business oriented. Also talks about relationships, maybe relationships ending without the closure. And therefore, with that, the advice with this reversed world card is to listen to your internal compass. So it seems for our heart energy, very majorly so, we have this sense of maybe regret, maybe things are just out of reach. So our heart energy right now, I would say, might be a bit problematic. I would say this is probably temporary, this reversed world card. This sense of not urgency, dare I say, a bit of anxiety. There's this something is not complete. And I'm wondering if that's being temporary. That's something that's being imposed upon us. This world card has is actually a really pleasant card upright. It's a major arcana deck card. It's got the signs of the zodiac and the truth garland and the infinity symbols. So for this card to indicate that something is not complete, even though you see the constellations symbols and the infinity symbol is problematic, right? So something's going on with our heart energy that I would say is not so pleasant. I think this being complete is very interesting concept. We have just this one card right now, but as far as solar self, our solar self, sun self, or Father's Day, this lack of closure, a sense of urgency, a lack of being able to grasp something that we look towards. What's the one? I think it's a Greek in Greek mythology where whoever it was like keeps trying to drink the water, but every time he tries to drink the water levels like go down. I don't know. We learned about it in like either middle school or high school. I can't remember. But yeah, some sort of Greek myth where every time he tries to drink the water, the water moves down, so he can never drink the water. Um, so something should be complete. We should be able to recognize that the universe can take care of itself. The universe is going to go on, and to include fate and destiny and stuff like that. So for there to be this sense of uh, uh, not finalizing a project or an ending of a relationship without any closure, I think is interesting. And yeah, I guess I'll just move on to the other cards. I guess I explained that one enough, huh? Um, so the present, which is the platform for the future, is the reversed Ten of Pentacles. Very interesting. Again, we have this Pentacles kind of earth element as far as finalizing a project. This is very interesting. Again, another pleasant card upright. There's nothing bad with this card upright. This card signifies a really stable foundation. But reversed indicates quite the opposite. As far as luxury goes, I think is very interesting. If this Ten of Pentacles has anything to do with the King of Pentacles, which is Heart of Gold, which is appreciating the finer things in life, but having earned them and stuff like that. There's no kind of pretense with the environment of the King of Pentacles, unless of course it's reversed. Okay, so it's a financial loss. So presently in our platform for the future is we're getting this card that denotes financial loss, and if it has to deal with relationships, I would say it's just a passing fancy and nothing having to do with any sort of commitment. So this is very interesting. It reminds me of the Lover's card and the Two of Cups. Both of those cards can usually represent relationships, but can also represent business relationships. So we have this kind of thing going on that's not so pleasant of financial loss, of this sense of not getting what you want, and the thought pattern around that, I think, would probably be interesting to take note. But yeah, so far not so good. Let's see what our advice or maybe something holding us back. The Four of Cups reversed. Um, y'all know I like this card. So to see this as the advice or something holding us back, I would say, even though it is reversed, might be the first pleasant card that we have in the spread. This Four of Cups, I always like to think of subject, object, meditation. I think it was something that probably was last week's tarot, I think, depending on when you're watching this video. But as you can see, it's a very different than our present card that we have here today. So I would say our advice and solution, or maybe something that's holding us back, is a very knowledgeable, especially pertaining emotions. So if there's any of this can't get what you want type situation, which is kind of like an urgency but kind of not. I would say that the advice and solution or something holding us back is going to be sort of preventative measures for this temporary heart energy and this present and a foundation for the future. As far as commitment, infinity, constellations in the universe, finalizing a project, and financial loss, I think is very interesting. We have this Four of Cups here for that. So yeah, let's go ahead and I guess look at our hopes and fears, unless there's anything I'd like to add with this Four of Cups here. Maybe as far as infinity goes, maybe this this is quite hard to maintain. This kind of pentacles with the water and the lotus and the flowers and all the crows, and this here, this Four of Cups, is not very difficult to maintain. Is something that could probably is more efficient in a lot of ways than this Ten of Pentacles here. So for now, it looks like Cups, the water element, is really on our side. So let's see our hopes and fears. The reverse Knight of Wands. Again, another reverse card. I got all reverse cards from my tarot this morning too. This Knight of Wands is hopes and fears. I think is really interesting. We have a little fire element. As far as not completing a project, I would imagine maybe this Knight of Wands has something to do with it. It's Wands, fire. The first suit in the Minor Arcana deck is spirituality, travel, action, and stuff like that. So whatever our hopes and fears are, I would imagine this Knight of Wands might be acting like the Magician card, a bit kind of mischievous, a bit kind of trying to present to people challenges that, depending on how they approach that challenge, will either help or hurt them. So I would imagine this Knight of Wands here, that's at our hopes and fears, head of the pro. Today is a bit of authority. And as far as using fire as an authority, I think that's really interesting, especially considering the two cards that don't seem to be helping us. A bit adversarial for us today is the earth element. Um, yeah, so I would say this Knight of Wands, even though it is reversed, I am looking at this card or a bit positively, like this Four of Cups here. Um, yeah, so let's see our grounding energy. The Page of Wands. Oh no. We don't like the Page of Wands. I don't like the Page of Wands, upright or reversed. So our grounding energy, again, this week I think is a bit not grounding. For some reason, I think this Ten of Pentacles here and this reversed World card, and this Page of Wands here have some sort of grounding energy as far as maybe being numb to feelings, which this Four of Cups can also denote and represent. Is maybe something is going on, whether this kind of grounding energy is either being numb to feelings, or maybe things don't affect them because of certain personality traits that should be revered. I think is probably interesting. I would say, unfortunately, for these two cards here, the grounding energy is the Page of Wands. This kind of lack of respect, I think, is going on. And yeah, if that's your grounding energy, that's your grounding energy. And I would say probably not putting in the work. I think probably a lot with like counseling or therapy. Their talks. There's a lot about like putting in the work and stuff like that. I would say that today that would kind of parallel maybe this Four of Cups and this Knight of Wands here, which is interesting considering the water and the fire element. And the not putting in the work would be this earth element here paired with this Page of Wands. And of course, putting in the work looks different for everybody. And I think, it's again, like this Four of Cups here, it's something that you could probably assess for yourself, and probably something that the people around you can assess as well. If you're not putting in the work, it's going to show as far as potential. Everybody has a certain potential and stuff like that. I guess maybe that could be arguable, but yeah, again, this week, as far as our grounding energy, I guess maybe ours is a bit not shown. The grounding energy this week is not good as part of our temporary heart energy and the present and the platform for the future. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and see what our past is, but I'm going to take a sip of coffee 1 second. Okay, so our past is the Chariot. Okay, awesome. The past, this is very interesting considering that our spread that we have so far. The past, it seems we have a very pleasant past. So I would definitely say this heart energy that's connected to this present energy card is definitely temporary, at least for us. Um, this past card is the Chariot. It's this, I think it's air element. I'll have to double check. But it's a major arcana deck card. You see the Chariot for the Crow Tarot is this thunderstorm here. Is the Chariot for Crow Tarot. So yeah, our past is very pleasant. A lot of strength, a lot of creativity, a lot of you see the moon there and the truth garland. I would say a lot of maybe holistic kind of approach to things, not necessarily like holistic versus like practice medicine or something like that. But as far as looking at your life and looking at other people's lives and looking at people's lives in the past, maybe like a archaeologist, anthropologist type of way, type of holistic view that we have in the past. Um, Again, very interesting with this grounding energy. I would say this Chariot has a lot of stability, a lot of grounding energy, and a really good foundation. Um, as far as finances, there's not a lot to finances with this Chariot card, especially compared to these two cards. And I would also bring in the Page of Wands too. Oh, the water element, my bad. Victory, confidence, well executed plan to success, power, soar through obstacles, has learned to harness his aggression, extracting only the positive energy required to finish the task. So yeah, a very, again, sustainable type of energy. As opposed to this, the world, this reversed world, this reversed Ten of Pentacles, and obviously this Page of Wands is the grounding energy. So as far as utilizing resources and energy and stuff like that, I would say that the Chariot, the reverse Knight of Wands, and the Four of Cups are experts at doing just that. And very interesting positioning there. We have the past, the hopes and fears, and the advice and solution, something holding us back. So I would say that the past, these three cards again, the past, the hopes and fears, and the advice and solution, I would say that probably something has happened where a sacrifice probably was made. So yeah, a sacrifice that clearly and very evidently was not made with these very selfish reverse world, reverse Five of Pentacles, and Page of Wands here. So I would say our two opposing factors here would be sustainability, efficiency in energy and resources, whether that be in emotions, thoughts, and stuff like that, and maybe actual like resources we have available to us. Versus this kind of opulence, this kind of financial loss, a situation going on. I would say it's most definitely not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. So yeah. Oh yeah, and with the efficiency and of resources and mind body spirit connection, I would say that there was definitely a sacrifice made, uh, and it's this kind of giving that is very much not so with these cards over here. Um, which is interesting. Sometimes we think of, people who are selfish and they take. They're going to have endless amount of resources, and it doesn't matter if they feel bad. They'll just have a resource to help them feel better. Um, but I think in today's tarot card reading, that's probably not so. The one who has the most is the one the who gives, right? Which is Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and our past Chariot there. Um, so yeah, let's look at our external openings or uninvited energy. The King of Cups. So this is just great, especially considering last week's. I think last week we got the reverse. So our external openings or uninvited energy here is the King of Cups. Solar, masculine card, Zen Master. So obviously, when I see this, I think it's really great, especially this King of Cups next to this Four of Cups. Obviously, great things are going to happen. Zen Master, able to control emotions, but not be controlling, and stuff like that. Extremely developed is what I would say. And as far as this theme of giving, I think is very interesting. Especially, you think a king would probably not be giving is probably not something that you would think of a king. But that seems to be our theme. And as far as it being a solar theme and maybe even a Father's Day theme, or maybe not if you don't want it to be, this sense of giving is, I think, very much here. So yeah, let's see what our future and outcome is really quick. Our last minute here. The reversed Four of Pentacles is very interesting. Again, financial worries is the future and outcome. I would say this card is probably with the World, the reversed Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. I would say if there's any type of hierarchy for these cards here in their non-grounding, grounding energy, I would say at some point in time it's going to flip. There's going to be a power dynamic going on, and it probably not going to be good. And with that, financial worry and loss. So yeah, here's your spread. Go ahead and show you the next video. It's 4 seconds. Okay.